All right, I am live. How y'all doing? Hopefully, some more people will come in. And I got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. It is some things that's on the table that need to be getting addressed. A couple of things that I want to really get off my chest about this game. Is a couple of things that I did like. It's a lot that I like, but there's a few things that was detrimental that was really bad. Some things that was not Georgia Southern football. I can be honest with you, this is the first time that I actually felt a little disappointed because I've never seen nothing that egregious. There's been some other games that was heartbreaking, but what happened in this game was ridiculous, and I am not a fan of it. How about, Shy Words? How did he play? What about that defense? The defense looked pretty good. What about this play calling? This play calling was absolutely terrible, in my opinion. What about the last few parts of the game, which was also abysmal? I mean, what about time management? And let's not even go there with the special teams. I don't even want to get into the special teams, but I have to get into the special teams because that pretty much what broke the camel back when we're talking about this game, and we're definitely going to get into it. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support of this channel. I appreciate everybody who came through. I am VF Baller. We're going to talk about this Georgia Southern game. We lost this game 27-28. It was quite embarrassing the way that we played. I did not like the way things went. I did not like how the things played out. But overall, I will say overall, the entire body of work that Georgia Southern did going into this game was actually okay. I did not have a problem with the way we played the game. Even when Army came back and they started scoring, 95, maybe 90% of the time, I was okay with the way they played. What I did not like what happened with the last 4 minutes of the game, last 3 minutes of the game. I mean, when you look at what happened when we were down by one, I mean, we lost by one, but we were down by one and we just started throwing the ball, and I get it. I like the aggressiveness, but I didn't think we needed it that early. It was 2 minutes left. And I understand, how people, feel about, getting aggressive and trying to get downfield and hurry up and score. But we was only down by one with 2 minutes left. We didn't have any timeouts, but we could have ran a little bit of our game plan. We could have ran a little bit of our offense. We did not have to get too aggressive right away. And that caused the pick. I did not watch the entire game. I saw some highlights. I did not watch the entire game due to I was at work, so I did listen to it on radio. But I still didn't like what I heard, but I did like what I see, things that I did, what I saw. I mean, we came out swinging. We caused a couple of turnovers. We was up 14-0. We were doing pretty good. We got to the point we was up 21-7 at halftime. Yeah, it could have been 24-7, but the problem with that is we had to we missed the field goal. And and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm okay. You can't hit them all. You want to hit them all, but that's what kickers are for. Kickers are going to miss kicks. That is fine. I'm probably in the minority, but I'm okay with that. What's going on, Will? I think that's Complimentary Sports. What's going on, bro? Thank you for coming through. I'm actually okay with kickers missing kicks at certain times. It happens. You have to accept the things that happen in a football game. Missed passes, incomplete passes, interceptions, fumbles. Those are part of the game. No, you don't like them, but you accept them. So I was okay with the missed field goal because the defense overall was playing really good. And the defense still played good for the most part. We played good for the most part. I did not have a problem with it. The problem I have mostly is with the special teams. That is probably about that's part of the 5%. The other 5% is the last, 22 seconds. I'll even go back to say the last. I'll even go back to say the last, 2 minutes. Those are the part of the 5% I did not like. The block punt, the missed field goal, the run backs by the opposing team. Army was able to get good field position off of kickoffs. We had a block field goal. I mean, everything that happened, we had a block extra point. Everything that could happen in special teams that was wrong went wrong. And that's the biggest part of my problem with this team today. Football is different. Next Saturday they may play different, but special teams killed us. And that's the problem that I had. I did not like the fact that we laid an egg on special teams. Everything went wrong. Missed field goal, block extra point, block punt. You couldn't ask. Those are. That's 4 points right there. That's off the board. It could have been easily 31-28. We could have put up 31 points. I'll just say it like that. We could have put up 31 points. And that's the issue I have. I really don't want to go through stats so much because overall, basically, we played a good game. I had no problem with the game that we played. Showerts got hurt. Hopefully he's okay. Justin Tomlin threw an interception. I get it. Because he was playing a little bit too aggressive. But, for the most part, I was okay with the way we played. I did not have a problem with it. Showerts didn't turn the ball over. We didn't turn the ball over for the most part when it comes to the offense. But we had a situation with with special teams. That block punt is basically like a turnover. They got the ball on the 2. They walked right into the end zone after that. Now, lo and behold, we did the same thing. We got a fumble at the 1 and we scored right away. And then we got another fumble and we scored back to back. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. But we got to play a little bit better discipline. We can't have all this stuff going on special teams. And we literally lost by 1 point. In the way that we lost, even Coach Lunsford even said it. It was his fault because we got the ball down to the 30-yard line with like 11 seconds left. And it shows you I think it shows you right here what happened. It shows you right here what happened. They ran a dive play with 20. Look at this. They run a dive play with 22 seconds left. They ran a dive play with 22 seconds left when they could have clocked the ball, spiked the ball, and went for a field goal. Why would you run a dive play right here? Look at this. Now you're in a situation right here where the defense can hang on top of you and won't let you get up, and you're not able to spike the ball. And you know what? That's exactly what happened. So look at this. They wouldn't let him get up. And, there's 3 seconds left at this point. Spiked the ball. He spiked the ball with 1 second left, but they said time ran out. But you know what? That's another thing that, we could talk about. Did the refs rob him of 1 second? Maybe they did. But why would you run a dive play right here with 22 seconds left and no timeouts? They had no timeouts. And you run a dive play at the 30? Go for the 40 seconds. Go for the 47-yard field goal and call it a day. And people want to say, well, the kicker missed a field goal earlier. Look. You got to give your kicker that chance, regardless. Do you guys remember what happened to the Louisiana game that we played? The Louisiana game, we were up 18-17 or something like that. Their kicker missed like a 20 or 30 yarder earlier that game. But you know what their coach did? That coach went right back out there and put that kicker out there to kick a 53-yard field goal. And you know what happened? That kicker made it. And we lost that game 20-18 because he believed in the kicker. No matter what happened, he believed in his kicker. That's the big thing I'm taking away from this game. All the other stuff was good. We'll get into the stats and all of that. We'll get into all the other stuff. But that's what I'm taking away from the game. You did not play smart football. There was no smart play calling. And I'm not saying this as a Monday morning quarterback, an armchair quarterback. The coach said himself at the post game when I was listening to Georgia Southern radio. He said it. He went in, when they went in the locker room, the first thing he did, he said he apologized to the players for not giving them a chance to win. And I respect Coach Lunsford for holding up, being a big man about it. I give him props for that because some coaches won't do that. And if they do it, it'll be half-hearted because some coaches got a big ego and want to say, hey, the players didn't do what they're supposed to do. But not this coach. I love Coach Lunsford, and I don't think he's the problem of this team at all. I mean, he's a great recruiter, he's a great motivator, and these kids do anything for him. The problem I have, honestly, is the offensive coordinator, Bob DeBest. I do not like him. I never really did like him ever since, 2018? I wasn't a fan of him then. They don't try to set this team up offensively to put games away. They did an okay job of it last year and the year before because they just had a lot of, they just had a lot going on. And I guess it was probably more preparation to play. I mean, this year's a COVID year. It's probably, but we didn't have an issue with close games like this last year. You kind of knew when we were going to win the game or you kind of knew when we were going to lose it. But Bob DeBest, his play calling, despite all of that, they still did good the last few years. But something about late last year and earlier this year, or this year in general, we just have not been able to be really, close out teams. We haven't been a closeout team where we just shut the door on the opponent. Now, there's been times they've done it last year. So I know they can do it. But, Wesley Kennedy is on Twitter right now. Well, he was on Twitter earlier saying that use him. Use more of him. And I'm with him on that. Use more of him because he's able to break plays. He's a playmaker. That kid is phenomenal. They didn't use him enough. And you would think you would use him enough because J.D. King is out. And now we're talking about Gerald Green might be out. So hopefully we can get Wesley Kennedy, Logan Wright, Matt LaRoche. And I would like to see Jalen White play a little bit more. But it was just terrible how things played out. I mean, look at the Showard, 6 of 7 for 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, offensively, we were straight, rushing yards. 8 carries for 71. I would like to see, especially with the type of offense we run, I would like to see Wesley Kennedy get more carries. He should have had, with the fact that J.D. King is not playing, Wesley Kennedy should have had at least 16 to 20 touches in this game. Rushing. Easy. He should have had at least over 15 yards rushing. 15 carries. Tyler had 35 carries for 121. 35 for 121. That's almost around 3 yards a carry. Could you imagine if Wesley Kennedy had anywhere like half of that? Let's say Kennedy had 17 to 20 carries. Half of this. This could have been a totally different game. Because I believe Wesley Kennedy was going. Kennedy, you give him the ball 17 times. I could promise you, he'll probably get you. He'll get you something really nice at least 10 out of the 17 times. At least. 8 out of 71. That's almost 9 yards a carry. And we did nothing with him. I blame that. I blame that on all play calling because the offense was actually efficient. The offense was actually doing something. Even with Shy Works, he was 6 or 7 for 80 yards. If you would have threw in some more of those compartmentalized passes that I be talking about, because Army is susceptible to you can get on them in the passing game because they're always looking for the run. But even with me talking about that, I did not have a problem with the way they played this game. I honestly did not have a problem with the way they played this game. I don't like what the special teams have done. I do not like what the last bit of the game, the last part of the game ended up, the way it ended up. We had 3 turnovers in this game. We had more yards than them. Yeah, they had more time of possession. We should have won this game. And the way that we lost this game, that was the part that really, that's the part that really bothered me, because we should have won this game. We just had really bad decision making at the end. And you win some, you lose some. But these are the ones you should not have lost. Block field goal, missed field goal, block extra point, block punt. That block punt gave Army 7 points. That block punt gave him 7 points. And that's the part that really bothered me, because that 7 points was a game changer. Even if we punted the ball off and they had to come downfield to score, our defense held up the bargain well enough to do what they're supposed to do. I mean, we had a couple of long drives. Let's see. Let me see if I can find this. That's the scoring plays. I want to see the scoring drives. I'm trying to see. Where is it? It could be this one right here. Or it could have been this. It was one of these plays. It was one of these, this one right here. The 18 plays, 71 yards. I mean, you can't let that happen. What the world is that? 43-29. That's a typo. Here's another one. 15 plays, 75 yards. They did everything they were supposed to do, but they just could not get them off the field in third down. And those are two drives that'll say, okay, I give you that. That's 14 points. I give you that. That's what Army does. But when you have, where is it? Where's the touchdown that they had? It was a real, right here. No, not that one. It's got to be this one. Touchdown, 1 play, 17 yards. This right here is from the block punt. I want to say that's from the block punt, because it's only a 4-second drive. But they're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to do something better with this offensive play calling. They got to do something better, because they played well enough to win, but the offensive play calling at the end was the reason why we failed. I mean, that's basically what it was. And one thing, I do like the fact the way how Justin Tomlin did throw the ball. He threw the ball fairly well. I mean, he got us in position to possibly go and kick a field goal. I didn't have a problem with that. But the problem is you got to spike that ball so you can kick that field goal. Defensively, we did okay. Like I said, Renard Ellis had 18 tackles, 3 solo. Rashad Burr had 12 and 2. I mean, how about this kid, Derek Canteen? He leads the league in interceptions, and he had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. This kid is playing lights out, and he's only a freshman. I can't wait to see how he develops as he gets older and gets more mature in the program. I have no problem with overall. They just have to do better, and that's the only thing. I mean, that's the only thing I could take away from it. They have to do better. Army, on the other hand, only threw the ball one time, one completed pass. They ran the ball like crazy. Look at this. Like they almost did us like they almost did us like we did Florida back in the day when we only won a game without completing no passes. You know, Tyler had 121. Buchanan had 18 for 50. Buchanan, I think he's the big guy. Yeah, he's 6 foot 260. It's a huge running back. Jacoby Buchanan, yeah. But he only averaged less than 3 yards a carry. You know, so they ran the ball. Cameron had the only receiving he only had the only receiving yards. And defensively they did okay. But we should have won this game. That game should have been finished by us at least kicking a field goal. And if we miss that field goal, that's fine. I have no problem missing a field goal if we miss it. But at least give your team the chance to try. You didn't give your team the chance to try to win because that was, what's going on, G-Rob? No, I'm good, man. It's just that I'm just thinking about this entire sequence right here. Once again, I was just talking about this. 22 seconds left, and you run a dive play. You spike the ball right here and kick the field goal. I had no problem with anything else that happened in this game but that. I mean, that's the only problem I have with the game. It's just they're supposed to have 1 second left once he spiked the ball. Yeah, but you shouldn't have put your team in position to do that. Yeah, they straight panicked at the end. I mean, I don't know why for no reason. And then you see it right here. Look at this. Okay. He spiked the ball. Let me see. I'm going to go back real quick. It shows you right here. 1 second. He spiked the ball right there with 1 second left. But I mean, that's fine. I mean, the ref's gonna get it wrong, but why would you put the game in the hands for the ref to decide like that? Crazy thing that they gave them a chance with that bone penalty. Yeah, exactly. We had all the chances in the world to win this game, and like I said, I blame the offensive coordinator. What's going on, Engraven Viz? How you doing, bro? Like I said, I just blame the offensive coordinator and the coaching for not, stopping the clock. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, G-Rob. They gave him a chance to win, and the offense did everything they're supposed to. I don't know who called this play right here. Here it is again. With 20, let me see. I want to see if y'all can see this. See if y'all can see this. I want y'all to see this. See if y'all can see. I'm going to make sure it's on the screen. Yeah, it's on the screen. All right, look at this. With 22 seconds left. 22 seconds left. We're down by 1. We're on the 30-yard line. We have no timeouts. We have 0 timeouts. Now, watch what they do. He runs a dive play. Why would you run a dive play right here? If anything, you clock the ball, you spike the ball, and if you want to run another play, fine. If you want to throw like a 5 and out, or if you want to throw one to the end zone that goes in the back of the end zone, if you can't find nobody open, fine. I'm okay with that. But this is what you do. With no timeouts left, look, they run a dive play. Now, at this point now, while he's down, Army's going to do what they can to keep him. Army's going to do what they can to keep him on the ground so the clock can continue to run. And this is what they do. Look, ain't nobody trying to move. Now they got to try to clock the ball. Now he clocks the ball right there. I think he did. No, wait a minute. He probably didn't clock that on time. Now I see it. Yeah, he didn't clock it in time. So I see where they're saying that there was no time left on the clock. But why would you put yourself in that situation? G-Rob said you never was a fan of the triple. I'm a fan of it, but it's a time and place to run it. You run the triple option when you got the defense guessing and you actually have time to run it. You can't run the triple option when you are trying to get downfield at a faster pace than usual. So when you have a situation like that, that's what happens. Yeah, DJ, Army beat us. I mean, Army should have beat us by a lot more, but they made it, we made it more competitive because Army is actually a pretty good football team, but we made it competitive. But yeah, they beat us because of bad play calling. I mean, when you're, like I said, once again, when you're right here, you got 22 seconds left with no timeouts. You don't run a dive play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, can't laugh, y'all FSU. Look, I will put it like this. They gave Army a 75% chance to beat us. We only had a 22% chance to beat this team, and we only lost by 1 point. And the thing is, Army didn't beat us. We beat ourselves with this play right here. You don't run, like I'll keep repeating it. You can't run a dive play right now. Why would you run a dive play in this situation? Why would you run a dive play in this situation with no timeouts? Absolutely, I'm going to dismiss it. That's my team. What I'm going to do? I'm going to say, oh, man, we might lose or we're going to lose. But, I mean, even though I did say that because I thought Army was going to be the only team that we was going to lose to at the end of the year. I thought we was going to still end up like 9-3, and this was going to be the loss because we still got to play Georgia State, App State, and Florida Atlantic. So it's not saying that I thought it was a team that we was going to beat, but for the fact that nobody thought, I ain't going to say nobody, but most people thought that we was going to lose the Army, and we ended up losing by 1, and the way we lost, I'm not mad that we lost. It's just the way we lost. Because I kind of went into this game thinking that we were probably going to end up losing anyway. But the way we lost this game was ridiculous. That made no sense. It's not like Army slapped us around and punished us on the field. This entire play right here sums it up. And not only that, like I said, the special teams was terrible. We had a blocked punt, a missed field goal, and a block extra point. That's how we got 27 because one of our field goals was blocked. One of our extra points was blocked. So considering what we was up against and, the odds of us winning was really low, I think we did pretty good. We just beat ourselves. At the end of the day, that's just what it was. We end up beating ourselves. And it's unfortunate because we had this game. But we play Georgia State next week. We're still 6-3. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, G-Rob. Like, Army basically gave us the game on like 2 occasions. It was like, nah, we're going to do this and give it right back. But no, it's like overall, I like the way we played. It's just that even with the problems on special teams, I'm okay with the way we played. But that 5% that I dislike, I did not like. And like I said earlier, I don't know if you guys are here, even the coach himself said it. Coach Lunsford, after the game on Georgia Southern Radio, he said it himself. He said, instead of running that dive play, I kind of feel bad because I did not give my players a chance to win on a 47-yard field goal. I mean, you're right here at the 30. You're at the 30-yard line. You could have clocked the ball and gave your kicker a chance to win the game. And they refused to do it. And the coach said it was on him, and I respect him for that. But I think I'm proud of the team overall. They played very well. They got 3 turnovers. They went up early. Yeah, it's easy to say that when it didn't work. Bad coaching. Yeah. I will contest this, G-Rob. I want to contest this. Is it really bad coaching when you're running a dive play with 22 seconds left with no timeouts? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, if you try to run a play and the play didn't work, I get it. But who's trying to run a dive play with no timeouts left and the game is literally on the line? You know, I mean, because once you get tackled, you can't stop the clock. You have to hurry up and try to spike the ball again. And you see what happened when they tried that. They ran out of time trying to spike the ball. So why would you run a dive play? To be honest, why would you run a running play in that situation? You know what I mean? So it's like, right, exactly. The head coach should have overruled the offensive coordinator. Bob DeBest have too much leeway over calling plays. Now I ain't gonna say at times, too many times. Because it's so many times we'll run left, run right, and then it'd be like 3rd and 8, and he'll run a dive play with the fullback on a 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 6. It's just been too many times that was the case. So I get it when what you're saying when you say when a play don't work. I get it. I'm 100% with you. That's almost akin to the Atlanta Falcons passing the ball in the Super Bowl and they knock them out and the Patriots knocked them out of field goal range. I understand the play. I understand why they ran it because it was effective. And even if you got an incompletion, it's still an understandable play. But running a dive play in this situation is not understandable. I don't understand it. And like I said, the coach second guessed himself. The coach said it, like I said, he said it in the post game. He said, soon as they went in the locker room, he apologized to them. And he apologized to them for not giving them the chance to win the game, put the kicker out there and to win the game. And I don't know, Lil Uzi usually be in the chat talking about this, and he doesn't like our kicker. He doesn't like our kicker at all. But I'm gonna go to something real quick. Because he said he don't like our kicker. Do y'all remember this game right here? Y'all may not remember this game. 18-20, Louisiana Monroe beat us 18-20. You see this right here? Edges Georgia Southern on a 53-yard field goal. Now, do you know what happened to this kicker earlier? This kicker earlier missed a field goal earlier that game. Let me see if they show it. Let me see if they say it. Here it is right here. From there, Snyder, who hit a 25-yard field goal late in the third quarter to tie the game, but he missed the 34-yarder at the end of the half. Lined up for the longest field goal try of his college career. That longest field goal was the 53-yarder. He let that kicker go back out there and gave that kicker confidence to win the game for him after missing a 34-yarder. This is what should have happened in this game. Even though he missed one earlier, put him back out there. Put him back out there and let him kick it again. Because he may make that kick. This kid had no confidence when they beat us earlier this year. None, because he missed the 34-yarder. He turns back around, coach gave him confidence, and he make the 53-yarder. Now for us, I can go right back to this game. I go right back to this game. Our kicker missed the field goal earlier. Even he had an extra point blocked. Right here, it says he even had an extra point blocked. Let me see if it says it. Where is it? It was earlier in the game. I don't know if I see it on the win probability. I'm not going to look for it. But he missed a field goal earlier. And then he turned back around. They wouldn't give him a chance to make the field goal to win. That's what you're supposed to do as a coach. Give your kids confidence. What's going on, Jason Wood? Sorry about the loss. Your team lost to LSU as well. Jason Wood, when did I make you a mod? I did not even know I made you a mod. Did I give you moderator privileges? I had no idea. All right, who gave Jason Wood mod privileges? Somebody had to give him mod because I did not. But it's okay, man. I mean, it was a tough loss, but we got to play Georgia State next week. We'll be fine. We're going to bounce back. It's all good. Now, somebody gave you mod privileges. I need to find out. If you hang around long enough, man, if you come through more of the videos, man, I might let you keep it. But I mean, you do come around and watch the post game and the pregame. I do appreciate that. But I was just curious because I don't remember giving you mod privileges. Who did that? It's all good. Hey, I'm probably going to be streaming. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I may stream on Twitch tonight. Yeah, man, no problem, man. I may stream on Twitch tonight. I don't know. I might try to go ahead and I may go ahead and probably try to stream Godfall. I may try to stream Godfall. I don't know yet. If not, I'll definitely probably do it tomorrow, one of the two. But that's one game I wanted to look into. And hopefully you guys will come through because I find that game pretty interesting. And I want to stream it. I want to play it. So I may do that. Thank you guys for coming through. It's almost, man, this time went by quick. And thank you guys for coming through. I really appreciate it. You guys are great. Hopefully you guys will continue to support the channel. You can always find me here on Tuesdays and Thursdays with the First and Frame Rates podcast. I will be putting up more straight edited content up. All the live streams for the games will be on Twitch. I'm still debating if I'm going to put the Sunday retro streams on Twitch. I'm debating on that. I may just leave them over here on the YouTube channel. Any way that whatever happens, I'll give you guys a heads up if it's over there on Twitch or not. Because most of the gameplay stuff it fits better on Twitch. And I think this live stream, as far as the Georgia Southern stuff and the podcast, I like doing this on YouTube. So I'll let you guys know. And if y'all don't see me tonight on Godfall, I'll probably be on it tomorrow. I'm going to do some things around the house first, and I'll be doing that. And I'll be doing a Sunday retro stream tomorrow. I don't know what game yet, but we'll figure that out as well. So I'm going to slide up out of here. I'm tired of being mad at the last few seconds of this game. I'm going to get it past us. This week now it's Southern, not State. We don't like Georgia State here. We have no love for those kittens. Not the Panthers, but they're kittens. And we go up there to Atlanta, and hopefully we'll smack them around for the third straight year. So I'll be doing another pregame and postgame of that. So I hope you guys will watch that as well. So I'm going to slide up out of here. If y'all catch me on Twitch, I will let y'all know. I'll give y'all guys a heads up on this YouTube channel. It'll probably be tonight or it'll be in the morning. So hopefully you guys will be around. You guys be safe. Wear a mask if you're going out because they want us to. They don't work, but wear them anyway. And you guys be easy. You guys be safe. and my wife is yelling at my son. That's how it usually is. He's 1.5 going on 2. That's how it happens. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.